Okay, so let's get started. And if you could adjust your body on your seat, um, you know how to set your body for meditation because you've all meditated before. You'll know that the straight back is the most important aspect of the posture. And bring your attention now inside your body to the bottom of your spine. Just feel that you are there at the bottom of your spine. This draws the energy in your body downwards naturally if you place your mind there. And it enables you to settle your energy. Wherever your mind goes in your body, it's like a magnet. It draws the energy there. And now from that point, very slowly move up your spinal column. And as you go, make sure that it's straight and stretch it a little bit. You go up quite slowly. And when you reach your neck, then you pause. And now from your neck or throat, you can look in both directions to your two shoulders and make sure that they're relaxed. It's like your spine is like a coat stand and your shoulders are like a coat hanger hanging on the coat stand. And your arms are like the sleeves of the coat that's on the coat hanger. So relax your arms and keep the elbows away from the body so that air can circulate between your arms and your body. And just rest your hands comfortably, either one over the other or on your knees, whatever's comfortable for you. And now bring your attention back to the lower part of your body, starting with your waist. And be aware of your pelvis as it rests on your seat. And from there, your thighs and the lower part of your legs. And if you're on a chair, make sure your feet are flat on the floor or on a cushion or whatever you put them on. And if, like me, you're sitting on a cushion on the floor, then you can cross your legs in a position that's very stable. And the posture of the lower part of your body is really mainly about stability. And that stability is enhanced if you feel a connection not only with the floor of the room, but going beneath the room, beneath the building, feeling a connection with the earth below you and in all directions. Once you feel that connection, it really grounds you in a very positive way. And it's very important in meditation to have a stable mind so you can hold on to whatever object you're meditating on. If your mind's flitting about, you can't really meditate. And now bring your attention back up your body into your head. It's like air traffic control tower, your head. All the controlling seems to come from there. And that's where you look out from, through these two holes in the front of your skull called eye sockets. And also all the sounds come in through the ear on each side of your face. And your organs of smell and taste in your nose and your mouth. And last but not least, of course, you talk through your mouth. And for that, you use the muscles in your throat, your jaw, even your tongue. And pretty much all of this is controlled by your brain, which is in the upper half of your skull. And what's interesting is that when you meditate, you hardly need any of this apparatus. You can give your air traffic control tower a bit of a rest, because you're going to meditate from lower in your body. And when you first rest your control tower, you can start to feel a bit drowsy. And to counteract that, we take our attention up above our head, through the ceiling of the room, through the roof of the building, through the clouds if there are any, and into the broad, vast sky above. Where the sunshine is brilliant and the sky is utterly clear. And this experience is very important for meditation also. We call it intense clarity. So these two features, intense clarity and stability, remember from below, these combine together to make good meditation. And if you come back now to the heart space or the navel space, anyway, somewhere within the main part of your body, which is comfortable for you, just bring your attention there. You're still connected with the earth beneath and with the sky above, but you're centered within your own body. And in your inner vision is panoramic. You can, with your inner vision, you can see in all directions, including behind you, below you, above you, and so forth. So in meditation, consciousness is not limited to one direction. It's pervasive. And with your consciousness now within your rib cage or your pelvis, somewhere within your body. Become aware of your body breathing. The breath is drawn down from the nostrils, through the windpipe, into the lungs in the chest, and right down to the diaphragm in the belly. So relax any muscles which might be restricting the rise and fall of those places as you breathe. In other words, breathe freely and naturally. And with this pervasive awareness in all directions, be aware that it's your whole body breathing. Alternately inflating and releasing. And you're only able to do this because of your consciousness, which we've situated in the middle part of your body. So be aware of your consciousness, meditating on your breath. So the breathing is the object of the meditation, and the consciousness is the subject. And their relationship is similar to a reflection in a mirror. So as you breathe, be aware of this. In other words, you're aware of the whole thing that's going on. You're not overly attached to the object, but you're not overly attached to the subject. You're just aware that these two are in relationship. Normally we're focused only on the objects. When we're aware of the subject at the same time, the consciousness that is aware, it's a much fuller picture of what is happening. It gives more depth. Okay, so now we just have a very short 1 minute break for you to stretch, move around, whatever you need to do. Welcome, Paul, Neil, Anna. Okay, so some of you were here last week and we meditated on the aging process of our body, right from the moment of conception. It was quite powerful and it gave rise to a lot of sharing at the end. And during the sharing, somebody said that as you get older, you mature. I think it might have been you, Andrea, but anyway, whoever it was, as you get older, you can mature, I think we should say. Most people do, but not everybody. And even the word wisdom was brought into it. So this helped me to recognize that we'd only done part of the meditation. So today we're going to take it further. So let's go into meditation again now. Simply create the posture and bring your awareness back inside your body, not in your head, within your chest, diaphragm area. And be aware of your body today, at this moment. And your body is something that changes every split second. Cells die, new cells are born. It's an ongoing, continual process. And as we explored last week, for the first part of your life, you're getting bigger, and then you reach your full size, and then you carry on, and the whole process we can call aging. And it's brought you to where you are now. And we often measure this in the number of years, which is actually not an absolute thing, because some people are older when the years are less than somebody else. But also this is a journey to the end of our life, and we don't know what's going to happen between now and then. But one thing we can know is that aging will continue until the process stops. So be here now with your body, aware that it is continually aging. And notice if that is something which you feel comfortable or not comfortable with. But however you feel about it, it's the truth. So just accept that that is the truth. And as several people here will already be aware, there comes a point where your body starts to decline. Your senses become less effective. And in many ways, your body becomes weaker. And if you haven't yet reached that point, then unless you die quite soon, you will. And anyway, it's a gradual process, so you can't say it's one point in time. And our consciousness is certainly connected with our brain. There's no doubt about that. But it's not only connected with our brain. If you meditate from your heart space or your navel space, you find that your consciousness exists quite well in that area of your body. Probably your brain is involved in understanding the words that I'm speaking. It's quite close to your ears. But there are certain functions of consciousness at a deeper level which aren't fully dependent on the brain. especially if we use the term awareness. So simply be aware within your heart space or navel space. And this awareness can be quite intuitive. It can be sensitive to energies and subtle communications that don't depend on words. There was a time very early in our life when we had no words. But we already had awareness. And that awareness actually has continued throughout our life. We could say underneath a lot of the day-to-day stuff. It's there when we dream. It's there when we're absorbed in a beautiful landscape or some music, or when we're just dancing without thinking about it. It's there when we're afraid. And if we think about consciousness in general, since we were born, you can call it a learning journey. And there's a whole aspect of that learning journey which is socialization. Learning language, learning cultural attitudes, and learning what we call facts or information. So it's like a gradual accumulation of knowledge. Like you're gradually filling up the shelving unit with more and more books. But however many books you have on the shelves of your mind, how much knowledge you accumulate, the function of this deeper awareness is pretty much the same. But this deeper intuitive awareness has also been on a learning journey. And it's brought you to where you are right now in a meditation session. Where you're actually focusing on it. You're making it the main object of your meditation. This intuitive awareness which has developed through your life and has matured. And this is where we can bring in the word wisdom. So gradually let go of thinking about what I've been saying and bring your mind, if it wasn't already, bring it back to the heart space or the navel space and simply absorb in your own wisdom. It doesn't have to be about anything. Although it can be, but absorb in it as a fundamental part of you. Just be there. And because this wisdom of this moment now is a moment in a learning journey of its own, it's matured to this point, be aware that it can continue to mature as you go into the future. And that this can happen even as the body declines, which is why we sometimes talk about a wise old person. So just be here, becoming a wise old person. And finally, be aware that this can be a resource for others. Allow yourself to enter into this as deeply as possible at this moment, knowing that in future you could go even deeper. And it's just a feeling. There's no words needed.